dime for it.
What am I supposed to do when I'm surrounding you? And then I realize it's just somebody else's guy.
I'm Jocelyn Brown, and this here is the story of how somebody else's guy got done. A musical household, that's where I came from. 3 years old with the choir, which was my family. To hear the harmonies and hear that everyone had an instrument that they played. It was just incredible. Understanding what that meant when you're given certain notes to sing and what they mean to everybody else and how it sounds with everybody else. It's quite an incredible situation. And I was in a real serious spot at 3, you know, I was the bomb. It just so happens that I was singing with some of my closest friends. Me and Christine Wilshire, we were very close, and when we did that, it became a part of a serious movement. We were from Brooklyn, New York, and the other ones were all Manhattan girls, you know, with furs and stuff like that. But we didn't have that. We just had the voice. What were the circumstances that led me to go solo? I didn't have a choice. I could do backup and all that kind of stuff, but I wrote songs. And I wanted to be in control of what I did, but I also realized that this business is no joke. It was there to take away from you. The fact was, I had to work. And in working on that level meant I might get taken advantage of. But I wasn't looking at it like that. I was looking at it like I had to take this road. And there was no other way to go. And I tried to make sure that my music was good enough for folks to say yes to.
Oh, what am I supposed to do, baby, when I'm so hooked up on you? Then I realize, that you are somebody else's guy.
We were in an apartment on Dorchester Road in Brooklyn, New York. I had already had my first experience that morning with finding out the guy that I was seeing was engaging himself with another woman with an engagement ring. And then when I left that place and went home, I was sitting at the piano working on this particular sound. I first started out with the first couple of lines, and then the doorbell rang, and I was trying to figure out who the heck was coming at the house at this hour. And it was early in the day, you know. And come to find out it was my little sister, and she was distraught. The gentleman that she was hanging out with was married. And his wife walked in, and she had to be like a friend. My sister come in and fall into my arms. What do you do when you find situations like that? The best thing God gave me was an opportunity to talk about it. And my sister and I talked about it. Being able to share a part of life with her for the rest of our lives. That was the most encouraging and most intense thing in my life. I was done at Bob Blank Studios. One night, I looked at my music as being music. You know, I had a chance to go in the studio and record this bad boy with my chump change, you know? And all my buddies that worked with me came in the studio and said, Jocelyn, you know, thank you. Thank you for letting me hang out with you. People have to appreciate working and playing music and developing stuff, because they've developed somebody else's guy for me.